Welcome to Behind the Veil. Now, here is your transformational coach, Tammy
Sometimes there is resistance, but this is good. It's ready to go. Okay, so let's start with intention. My intention is to bring you the most amount of healing and clarity in the short amount of time as possible, humanly possible. And if I were to ask you and give you one thing during this call that would make the biggest difference, what would that one thing be?
Um, well, I just think anything that could be cleared right now to help me take it up a notch and stop playing small.
Okay. In what category?
Well, I think everything's all interrelated right now. So I think any area is going to help everything.
Yes. Let's focus in on one single thing. It is all connected, but we need to focus on one single thing. If I could clear one single thing in this time, what would that one thing be?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's talk about pattern. What is one pattern that you would like to clear up?
Okay, that makes sense. That's easier. Yeah, just so I think something that I really need and I can feel a block around it would be just attracting in the right people. So not, then the block would be not attracting in the right people or attracting in the people that are going to keep me stuck.
Okay, so let's look at the pattern. What are the old people? What are the attributes of these old people in that old pattern
Well,
that you're wishing to not attract any more of?
well, it's like most of the people, people that are stuck, people that aren't open-minded,
Stuck, not open-minded. What else?
that are minimizing, that don't value people. I think the biggest piece right now is that like stuck piece, the like openness, open
What are
mind,
they stuck in? Let's
old
yeah,
patterns, old ways, old habits,
let's get even more detailed. What are they stuck in?
negativity.
Negativity. What else are they stuck in?
The status quo, like this is how things have always happened.
What else? Try and get more detailed. If you can go into what they could possibly be stuck in, maybe even more
Oh,
detailed in the negativity aspect.
yeah, it's just the mindset of the like inside of the box mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the one way of learning something or one way of seeing something, or like this is what we were told, or it just feels like the habits, the that yeah, like you have to just like sit down and shut up kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what would it look like if you could eliminate the attraction of these people? Would it look like for your life if you were no longer attracting these kind of people in it?
Well, I feel as if I've been doing a much better job at that, which has made, I mean, I've really set the intention to attract different. And so I know it does feel a lot better. It
Yeah.
feels as if it gives me hope. Um, it allows for me to be able to be more in alignment with who I am, not who I felt like I needed to be.
What else?
Um, yeah, it's so I feel like I'm shifting into truly from who I was for my whole life, into now, like, I feel as if I'm aligning more to my purpose. And so that feels as if it needs like like I need a whole new tribe around me, a whole new,
And what
like,
would it feel like to have a whole new tribe around you? What would that feel like?
yeah, like safe, like, um, inspiring, empowering,
Mm-hmm.
but just like strengthening to be able to like speak my truth.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. That's what we get to go into. Speaking your truth. Okay. So I'm going to have you get really relaxed. I'm going to have you sit with your feet flat on the ground, ideally with no shoes or socks on your feet.
My chair is tall.
Does that mean your feet aren't touching the ground?
You're not touching the ground. Do I need to move?
Can your chair be lowered?
No,
Okay.
unless I move.
Can we pick a different chair?
Yes.
Or you can move.
Yeah, I can move real quick.
Okay.
Let me just pause it. Turn my video off.
You don't have to. It'll be edited
Just
out.
edit it. Okay. Okay, okay.
Just don't speak so we know where when there's a gap in the voice, it'll edit that out. So just don't speak for like,
Actually, let me grab.
can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So making your spine as straight as possible, feet flat on the ground, and I want you to just allow your body to relax. With each breath you take and each beat of your heart, I want you to allow your muscles to just release and let go. And then I want you to begin to connect to your breath, following that breath all the way in, down to the bottom of your spine, and exhaling out. And as you exhale out, I want you to just picture your body releasing resistance, sort of surrendering into the moment, letting go of everything else, closing your eyes. And I want you to begin to picture breathing in, pulling that energy all the way down to the bottom of your spine. And as you exhale out, releasing. Every time you do, I want you to notice and become aware of your muscles, letting go, relaxing, surrendering. That's right. And as you do this, I want you to become aware of the earth rising up to hold your body, the earth rising up to hold you on your sit bones, right on your feet. Become aware of that mama's earth energy rising up to hold you. And I want you to release into that, allowing her to hold you, allowing yourself to be held. And I also want you to become aware of right above your head, sitting on the top of your scalp, is an energy bubble, a healing, loving, peaceful energy bubble sitting right there on the top of your head. Connect to it. And I want you to see the top of your head like a moon roof opening up to receiving this peaceful, loving energy. And I'd like you to give this energy bubble a color, any color that feels healing and loving and peaceful. What would that color be? First impression?
White.
White. Beautiful. So allow this pure white energy to stream down through the top of your head. As it comes down through this moon roof, filling each and every cell of your body as it moves down, 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 deeper and deeper, deeper. See it filling both right and left hemispheres of your brain, moving down to fill your eyes, your ears, your nose, your throat, your jaw, your entire head with this beautiful white light energy. As it moves down your throat, your neck, filling your shoulders. And as it moves down, I want you to allow each of the cells to open up to receive this healing, loving energy, knowing that this is your natural set point. This is who you really are. So allow it to move down your arms to your elbows and your wrists, your fingers, filling your entire arms with this loving white light energy, coming into your heart center. And I want you to allow it to open up your heart. That's right. Allow it to open up each and every side of your heart to allow in this bright, white, loving, healing energy. That's right. And I want you to see each cell opening up to receiving it, knowing that it's safe and good and right for you to receive this with so much gratitude. Moving down, down your torso, down your back, filling each organ, each muscle, each tissue, each strand of DNA, RNA, all the way down to your epigenetics. That's right. Healing and just bringing this peaceful, loving energy on the deepest layer of your being as it moves down to your hips, down to your knees, down to your ankles, and down to your feet, filling your entire body with this white energy, this healing, loving energy, and allow it to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. With each breath that you take and each beat of your heart going deeper. I want you to take a deep, healing breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to exhale this white light energy, expand it out to hold your entire body, about 6 feet all the way around your body. That's right. Take another deep breath in and expand it out 20 feet, 30 feet, 50 feet. With each breath you take and each beat of your heart, expand it out more and more and more and more. That's right. And as it grows, feel the intensity of it duplicate. That's right. Feel the intensity multiply as it goes deeper and deeper and deeper on a cellular level, moving through all the separate layers of your being. That's right. And as long as you're in this bright white energy bubble, you're safe and you're held and you're loved and you feel connected. And anytime any thought creeps in, I want you to just go ahead and go back to this bright white energy bubble, all embodied within your field, within your vehicle. And if at any point in time you feel any thought that feels icky or just not in alignment, I want you to go ahead and let it go and sink back in to this beautiful white light energy. Now, I want you to go and focus inside of your body. In fact, I want you to go all the way into the center, the very nucleus, the very center of your body. And I want you to notice and become aware as I bring your focus back to that conversation we were having about feeling safe, about feeling safe to be you, about feeling inspired and empowered and able to speak your truth. I want you to recognize and notice that there is the opposite of this in your emotional field, all the way in the center of your body, where you don't feel safe, where you don't feel free to speak your truth, where you feel hindered, where you feel held back, where you feel as though you're hitting a brick wall anytime you try to move out of these old patterns, these feelings of not safe. I want you to become aware and recognize that there's a place in your body where these emotions of I'm not safe are stored. First impression, I want you to take your hand and place it on that area. That's right. I want you to go into the center of it. What color is it, first impression?
Pink.
Pink. I want you to go all the way into the center of that pink, all the way to the very center, and recognize and notice that there's a place, actually an image, that is reflecting out from that pink energy, out from your body. It's a screen. And on the screen is an image. Allow this image to get so clear until you can recognize and notice that this image is the very first memory you have of feeling these emotions. So allow it to get clearer and clearer and clearer till you can see it, recognize and notice it. Let me know when you've got it.
Yeah. So I just see a picture of me when I was a little girl.
Perfect. First impression, how old are you in this image?
It feels like little, like 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Mhm.
Perfect. Are you with anyone or are you alone?
I can feel like the front yard and my dad is not far away.
Your dad is close. Is there anyone else there?
No.
So I want you to see your little 2 or 3-year-old self. I want you to see that pink bubble she's in. And I want you to go ahead and enter into that pink bubble with her In fact, I want you to look deep into her eyes. I want you to feel everything she's feeling in this moment. And I want you to take it on as though you're feeling it too. What is she feeling in this moment?
Um, Gosh, I don't know.
Go to the
Like,
very, go to the
yeah.
very center of it and just feel.
So it feels like that's what I was like logically thinking, which then it kind of came to me like, no, feel like I'm outside because my mom and my dad were probably fighting. And so mom's inside the house. And then I'm outside like while my dad's working on his cars.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to go into her energy bubble. I want you to actually feel what she's feeling right now. What is she experiencing right here in this moment?
I maybe some confusion,
Confusion.
like feeling alone.
Mm-hmm. Confusion, alone. What else is she feeling?
Mhm. Just like just distance.
Mm-hmm. Distance. What does she feel distance from?
Like everything, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What is she confused about?
I don't know if it's even like confusion. It's just such a feeling of just like keep the peace, like just be quiet and everything will be okay.
Keep the peace is being quiet.
Yeah.
So why does she feel like it's her job to keep the peace?
Mm, because if you don't keep the peace, then someone's going to be mean to you.
Mm-hmm. Is that her experience?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably from the minute I was born.
Mm-hmm. So she was taught that if she would just be quiet, then no one will be mean to her.
Yeah.
Why does she feel so alone?
Um, because the people that brought her into the world are more concerned about disliking each other than liking themselves and therefore anyone else around them.
Mm-hmm. And how does that make her feel?
Just like not valued.
Mm-hmm. What else does she believe about herself?
Mm,
What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
mm, I guess trying to articulate the feeling. Um,
Put it into her words, not
yeah.
yours from your conscious mind, her words. How is she believing herself to be? Who does she believe herself to be?
So I don't know how to put it in like little kid terms, but I guess I can kind of describe it like my parents would fight and I was like and I'd watch my dad basically be a dick. And then but I was like his favorite. And so then it was like in this situation being outside and then of course and he'd be all doting on me.
Mm-hmm. Is that why she was so confused?
Yeah, must
Be-
be.
Because he was so mean to her mother and yet so nice to her.
Yeah.
Was he nice to her because she kept quiet?
Uh, Probably. And I figured out real young to keep quiet or I was going to get wrath too.
Mm-hmm. That's how she kept herself safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want you to look deep into her eyes. And I want you to let her know that you've come back here to feel these feelings for her because you realize that she's still carrying them. And I want you to I don't want you to just think about her feelings. I want you to feel them for her, knowing that you have to feel it to heal it. And she's sitting inside there, still feeling this pain. I want you to connect to her pain. And I want you to let her know that it's safe and it's good and it's right to release it, that you are going to take this from her. And as you go through it, it's going to be much like threading a needle. You're going to move through that bubble until it's completely dissolved, resolved. with ease and grace and flow. And as we dissolve this bubble, you're going to recognize and notice that all these old beliefs that she no longer desires and requires for the next stage of her unfoldment, they're going to dissolve. All these beliefs that she's not valuable, that she must keep quiet, that she's here to please anyone else but herself. We must dissolve these once and for all, because until they're dissolved, they do not shift into the new identity in which she chooses to hold. So I want you to go to the very center. In fact, I don't want you to resist it at all, knowing that it must be felt to heal, must be felt fully. Go all the way to the center of it. I want you to get down on her level, and I want you to look deeply into her little eyes. And I want you to connect to her pain. And I want you to allow her to be seen and heard and felt by you, because she did not get that. And she still needs it. She's still in there needing your comfort and your guidance. So I want you to allow her to speak her truth. What is she telling you?
I just want somebody to care about me.
Mm-hmm. What else?
And I want someone to listen to me.
Mm-hmm. What else?
She doesn't know much else because she's been silenced for so long.
Mm-hmm. Can you give her permission to not silence herself anymore?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. And is she listening when you tell her?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want you to let her know that you've come all the way back here in time to be with her because you care so deeply about her. In fact, she is so special to you that nothing is more important. Try, try not to open your eyes. You want to stay in it. Do you have your tissue or no?
No, but it's okay.
Okay. I want you to let her know that you came back for her because she's that important to you. I want you to let her know how special she is, how wonderful she is. I want you to let her know that all these gifts that she came in with, she came to give them to the world. And in fact, I want you to give her permission not to dim her light anymore. I want you to tell her that it serves no one for her to dim her light. In fact, I want you to turn up the brightness on her light. And I want you to tell her who she really is. That's right. I want you to tell her who she really is, not who she was told by others she was, because that was a bunch of bullshit. But I want you to let her know who she actually is, how special and wonderful and gifted and smart and perfect in every single way. And that everything that she believed about herself not being important or making other people more important than her, all that is just false. And I want you to begin to see all those as little bubbles, all those lies that she's not good enough, that she's not worthy, all those terrible, horrible lies. I want you to see them as bubbles, dark, shadowy bubbles within her pink bubble. And I want you to begin to take those bubbles out one by one. I want you to see them in her bubble, and I want you to literally, with your hands, pull them out one by one. The first one being, no one cares about me. Pull that one out. It's a big one.
Yeah, I feel like they're just popping all around. I don't
Yeah.
even touch them or do it. They're popping right now.
Perfect. I want you to reach in and pull it out, though. She doesn't need it in that bubble. I want you to see it vanish as you pull it out of her bubble, disintegrating. Go in, grab the next one. What's this one? What was that one?
That she doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, grab the next one. What was that one?
That no one cares.
Yeah. Grab the next one.
Her voice doesn't matter.
Uh-huh. Grab the next one.
That uh, she just has to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Grab the next one. What was that one?
That she just is stuck.
Mm-hmm. Grab the next one. What's that one? It's okay if you don't know. I want you to just reach in and grab all the other bubbles. You don't have to know what they are. I want you to reach in and grab all those shadow bubbles. That's right. That's right. You don't need to know what they are. Are they all gone?
Yeah, because they were started popping right away before.
Beautiful. I want you to see them behind you in a big fire pit, lit on fire, completely blown up, dissolved, resolved with so much ease. What color is her color bubble now?
Uh, like bright and like sparkly.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're going to put in all the truths about her. I want you to let her know how special she is and how wonderful she is and how important she is. That she came here for a reason, that she came here to break these patterns, that she came here to dissolve that pain, to resolve it. I want you to let her know that her job is so important and that she's doing it and that she's no longer going to be held back by all those shadowy bubbles because they've been released and they've been dissolved. And I want you to let her know that anytime those bubbles come back, that you're going to be there to stop them in their tracks. If they ever try to get back in her field, you're going to stop them. I want you to let her know that you're not going to let her play small anymore, that you are going to show her who she truly is. In fact, I want you to see that sparkly energy get even more intense. With each breath that you take and each beat of your heart, I want you to see it growing. That's right, it's growing. And as it grows, you see it growing around her family, her home, and impacting everyone around her because that's how powerful she is. I want you to allow her to see how truly powerful she's always been, but that she didn't even know it because of that old system and the old program that's now dissolved. I want you to allow her to see how this is going to impact the lineage, the world, how it ripples out from her. And in fact, I want you to make that energy bubble of hers so big that it completely absorbs the world in her power, in her gifting. That's right. I want you to see how it's going to impact every single human on the planet because she's no longer playing small. She's no longer playing by the old rules and the old system. She's allowing this new system, the truth of her soul, the alignment of her divine presence, because she's no longer hiding it. She's no longer playing small. She's no longer going to keep herself silenced. She's going to allow herself to be the fullest, most beautiful, most powerful version of her divine essence, her divine soul. Does she feel that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What's the look on her face now?
Just relief.
Mm-hmm. Does she know the power of her being? Does she know her giftings now?
I think so.
Beautiful. Then I want you to shrink her down to the size of a postage stamp or smaller. And I want you to literally scoop her up in your hands and I want you to place her inside of your heart. That's right. Scoop her up. There you go. Breathe her in. Feel her in there. For she is you and you are her and you're one. And as long as she's in there, she can access you whenever she calls out to you. I want you to see her. I want you to listen to her. I want you to feel her. I want you to experience her divinity. That's right. And I want you to see this scene as you're the third party person. I want you to see and notice your dad in the yard. I want you to see this bright, light, sparkly energy everywhere. And I want you to shoot about 30 feet in your mind's eye above that scene. And I want you to look down and I want you to see the entire scene where your 3-year-old, your 2 or 3-year-old self was standing. She's no longer there. All you see is that bright white, your dad in the yard. And as you see that scene, I want you to go ahead and make your way back to the present moment. That's right. Make your way back to the present moment. And as you do, looking down, seeing all those old structures falling away, dissolving, resolving with so much ease and grace and flow, just shattering, crumbling, and making way for the new, beautiful, strong, blessed structures to take their place. That's right. Coming up, rising up to take the place of the old with this bright, white, sparkly energy, strong, loving, joyful. That's right, powerful. That's right, as you make your way back to the present moment, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 1 year from now. And I want you to pause right at the present moment, right here, right now. I want you to look down, see you sitting there on the couch, and I want you to make your way back down into your body, reintegrating all these parts back into your vessel, your crystalline structure. That's right. I want you to see your head opening up that moon roof, allowing all these parts to come back down, coming back down through the top of your head, integrating into your shoulders, your arms, your torso, your hips. That's right, pulling all these different parts as you're bringing that white, light, sparkly energy to realign back into the body, energizing every cell to this new program, restructuring each cell. That's right, allowing these new paradigms to settle in, settle in, settle in, this new system. That's right, re-energizing every single cell as it allows this new program and these new codes to settle into your field. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, releasing all the resistance. That's right. The coughing, it's just that reintegration, this new energy field settling in, realigning to the new program you've chosen right here and now. Wiggle your fingers and toes, breathe, pat your eyes open. How do you feel?
Good. That was fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
What did you notice for yourself?
Um, so I, I'm not, I don't know how to articulate it.
It's okay. Do your best.
Yeah. I think so. I've been through like similar type of stuff with EMDR.
Mm-hmm.
Think the like actually getting in and getting like down at her level for me just was really connecting for me, especially because like part of what I know like I do is I get and have been told, but I know like I get at people's level and like listen to them and get to know them and feel them. And it's like I do that because I never had it. And that's like
And you get to do that for her.
yeah. I
Get to,
just gosh, if anyone would have ever done that. So yeah, it was nice to do that for her.
yeah. And you get to do that regularly for her
Yeah.
because she needed that. She didn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else new for you that popped up?
No, it's so timely because I keep saying I'm hopping into Operation New Life right now. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, I have to, the shell's all cracked. My hard shell around me is all cracking. Um, it's time to be me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so,
And when it cracks, it's like that's how it expands, but it's like so scary because we're
yeah.
like, hey, I made this safe. And now it's like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But that's how we expand.
Yep. Oh, it's all good. Like, I want the hard shell to crack away so I can be me all the way, you know?
Yeah, and did you see that pure her? Like when she was able to clear out that bubble from all the little shadows, you could see her and her brilliance, right? She was
Yeah.
like, she was so powerful. I
Yeah.
felt her just pulsating through my system.
Yeah.
She was so powerful.
Well, and it makes sense when you're powerful, people want to dim your light, right? They want to, and we're not doing that anymore. We're done.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a little resistance there to feel your emotions though. When it came time to really feel for her, you had some blocks up. So
Well,
that's
and
something you get to look at and then
keep working through. And I
yeah,
feel like it was hard to feel her emotions because she didn't even have them. She didn't even know what it was like to have emotions because she wasn't allowed to,
right.
you know.
It's almost like she pulled the plug on them so that she could disconnect in a way
Yeah.
that she didn't have to feel them. And what you get to do is like plug them back in and say, it's safe for me to feel my feelings. Because one of the problems I see with people is they don't want to go to the pain because they feel then they're going to be stuck in the pain, but it's actually the opposite. When you go into the pain without resistance and you go to the very center, it actually dissolves so fast. 90 seconds is all it takes. But
Yeah.
when we resist going in, then it just gets stuck in our field. So what I've noticed with people is just they need to know that when they go into it, they're going into it to heal it. And
Yeah.
that's the only way to heal it. Or else they're just stuck with the emotion. They think because they've unplugged that plug, they don't have the emotions, but the emotions are still there. They're just not feeling them because of the plug thing. But once they feel them, then we can resolve the pain. And that's when real change happens. You could literally just take those little dark bubbles out, literally, because that's all it is that's keeping her from shining her brightest. And I also thought it was, it's never a coincidence when we tapped into this, like, I can't speak my truth. And it's no accident that that was the first scene that came up,
Yeah.
right? So that's what you get to look at. And who was in that scene? Your dad.
Mhm.
And what was happening? A conflict between your parents. So that's what you get to look at.
Yeah.
So anytime you see these attributes of people of where you're sitting there thinking, why is this person still around? What is this offering me? You get to look at, oh, that's the old system where I
Yeah.
felt where I had to quiet myself down. I had to be the peacemaker. I had to do XYZ just to stay safe. And one that I still utilize today, that I utilize all the time, is I'm safe. I'm safe. Safety lives in me. I am safety because we still are living in that old paradigm of that child that was just doing the thing to keep them safe. You have to remind on a cellular level, I'm safe. And breath reminds us that we're safe. And also our hands on our heart chakra, and then right here on the solar plexus, and breath, connecting to the breath, and then reminding yourself, I'm safe. Safety lives in me. Could be really good. Yeah?
Yay. Thanks.
You feel good?
Yeah.
And then all throughout the day, I would invite you to just connect to that bright white bubble.
Mhm.
Just see it all around you. And then connect it in from your heart outwards, let it come out from your heart center. And what I like to do is I like to expand it out with each breath. Exhale, expand it, expand it. And then you want it, like sometimes I go just to around the world. Sometimes I go out from there and out from there and out from there. It will make such a big impact. You'll start to live from that heart space of expansion versus the head space of contraction,
Mhm.
because you have a lot of analyzer in your personality, which means you're up here a lot. But if you drop it down, just think of it like an elevator, going down, dropping into the heart, filling into that, and then expanding out from there. This will allow you to live in that place instead of being in the logical mind so much of the time.
That makes sense.
Yes.